So that's still bolted on. I'd say it's donezo. Okay, so we did the S300 Charger and took it out for a test drive, and the front hub went kaboom. So I've got the hub assembly just torn down now. There's 4 bolts that protrude through here, hold the hub assembly on. Big bolt through here. Center, obviously 4-wheel drive shaft. Need to remove the caliper, and as I reassemble, I'll take a video. So this was a backing plate. As you can see, it's yeah, it's a little worse for wears. So backing plate used to go on, pardon me, like so. And as you can see, it's just held on by 3 bolts. So my plan of attack right now is clean up this lovely hub the best I can, get all the goop out of it. I have new backing plates, and I'll start to reassemble it and explain to you guys what I'm doing. All right, so here's a new backing plate. It's gonna sit on like so once I slip the hub in. So the hub assembly will drop inside. I put a little bit of Never Seez on it to help prevent it from sticking in the event that I need to change them. I'm gonna be using a set that are used, but they have new-ish rotors that sat at a friend's house, so I'll be using those. So the old backing plate bolted like so. 1, 2, 3. This one's actually gonna attach to this face here. So what I need to do is go ahead and check the attachment, make sure it looks good, and check my engagement to my splines before I get too crazy. So I'll slip the hub in, set that on, and then I'll get these 4 bolts, stick them in through the backside, and start to tighten them up, and we'll see where everything sits. All right, hub's in place, backing plate. So you can usually take and use your 4-wheel drive axle nut to help hold everything in place, kind of like what I've been doing, and it also allows you to make sure that your splines are lined up. So getting those in, and then what I'll do is start to put the 4 bolts in the rear of the flange here and start to torque it all together. So back here you can see kind of you got a bolt hole here, down there, and then 2 more on the other side that will hold this into place. So we'll get those 4 in, show you the location, and then get them snugged up. I got a bolt there, I got a bolt there, bolt there. All right, so all 4 hub bolts are in. So now what I need to do is go ahead and get these snugged up and then check my torque spec, torque the 4 bolts, torque the nut, and then I can worry about the caliper. So I'll get these snugged up, verify torque, and then we'll be back. Brake reservoir cap off. Giant C-clamp in place to press the caliper into position to clear this new rotor. Our 4 bolts are torqued to 131 foot-pounds. They are a 15mm head. So for those of you that have to do hubs, that's what you need. Get yourself an impact socket, pound them on, and that way it seats. So now that this is most of the way pressed on, I'll get the caliper in place. We'll torque this to 131 foot-pounds, or 151 foot-pounds, excuse me. This is a 36mm. Set the truck down, get Mr. Jack stand out from under here, and see how it sits. Okay, so caliper's in place. There are 2 little bolts on the back of the caliper, and they are a, let's see what size they are, 3/8 inch hex. So you can put those in, get them cranked down. So there's just the 2, one here and one here. Get those tight. Once those are on, you can see this is pressed back. It's out of the way. I'll have to pump the brakes a couple of times and make sure that this caliper will go into the correct position that I'm looking for. And then it's down to the big axle nut. Put the wheel back on, and that will conclude my hub swap on the passenger front side of Bluetooth, the 1992 Chevrolet GSC shop truck. So, little tech tip. It helps when you put the truck on the ground. That way the axle nut can't go anywhere. So yeah, now we'll torque that and put the hubcap back on, and then we'll be finished up. So 1 hub will be done. Take it for a test drive, see how it feels, and then prep hopefully for later on this week, change the other hub, and then the front end should be completed other than shocks. So now you know, it's kind of difficult. Do yourself a favor, get yourself a little MAP gas torch to heat the bolts up, hit them with a 36-inch breaker bar, 15mm socket, and you will be on the road to quick replacement. Thanks, guys.